I welcome you to the series. What does it mean when God says you shall not steal? And what are the implications? Well, this is what we hope to discuss in this presentation. The reference text is the book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 15. And the theme is, you shall not steal. Wrongfully taking that which rightfully belongs to a neighbor is what this commandment forbids. In other words, the need to act justly is the message of this commandment. And justice simply means giving people what is due them. It is about a just and a loving stewardship when dealing with material possessions. In what ways do we commit theft? 1. By taking the property of people against their reasonable will. Remember that Jesus said, if the owner of the house had known at what time of the night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into. Matthew chapter 24, verse 43. So by the use of a cautious and a surreptitious approach, people are deprived of their goods. 2. By acting unjustly and keeping the property of others. This means that when, for instance, we borrow something from someone and we fail to return it, we commit theft. Again, when we employ someone to render a service and after the work is done, fail to pay the person or fail to pay the required amount, that is given unjust wages, we commit theft. How about when we engage in corrupt practices? How about when we do shoddy work? And how about when we engage in the destruction of public or private property? All these are part of ways that we commit theft. 3. By failing to keep the promises and contracts we enter into with people. Commutative justice demands equitable relations between peoples. This means that we respect and honor the property rights of others by paying our debts or fulfilling any contractual obligations freely entered into. For instance, renting of a house. 4. How about stealing non-material things that people own, like their reputation, dignity, or intellectual property? These are forbidden by the commandment, because by these acts, we deprive people of their good name and also kidnap their intellectual property. 5. Do we also know that when a country fails to provide the needed systems and structures to enable its citizens to take care of their basic necessities of life, it is a sin against this commandment? It is in the light of this that Catholic theology teaches us that one does not steal when in need of life's basic necessities, like food. One takes what belongs to the state or country. This reminds us of distributive justice, where the larger society owes its citizens according to their needs and contributions. 6. In the context of relationships, do we know that stealing someone's trust is also called deceit? The Hebrew term for deceiving someone uses the term stealing, which has the nuance of literally stealing knowledge or stealing another's mind. In this case, when we deceive people with insincere messages of love in order to obtain material or sexual pleasures or favors, we commit theft. We, by this, deprive them of the knowledge they should have before taking an informed decision about us. So we deceive them into falling in love with us, only to later disappoint them. To conclude, the commandment, you shall not steal, reminds us to refrain from taking that which belongs to others, and also try to remain just in all our dealings with people. And it can be in material goods or on non-material goods. You shall not steal is a commandment that requires the virtue of temperance, where we learn to be content and just. May God bless you all. Amen.